Hey guys, we're back. It's Johnny Cooks here, and we're going to be making some pork sausage stuffed peppers in a new setup today, guys. If you can tell, I've got my island set up here in front of me. Going to give you guys a little bit better of a view, I believe. So we're going to try this out and see if it goes good. And my lovely mother reached out to me and told me to stop using that glass cutting board. So I've grabbed my bamboo cutting board just for you, Mom. So this one is for you so that we make sure we cut it properly and don't dull our knives. Thank you, Mother, for reminding me. And she made this lovely apron that I'm wearing right now, too, that is mine. And eventually I will go with a logo one, but right now my mom's is perfectly great. It works awesome. She made it herself with my team and everything, so it's great. But let's get going, guys. We're going to get this started right here. Lovely thing we've got all our ingredients here, so we're going to need 2 bell peppers right there. We're going to need our yellow onion that we're going to have to cut up, our pork sausage. We're going to do some Israeli couscous in there, which is a little bit different. I'm not used to that, so we're going to see how that goes. And then some tomato paste to go in, and our pepper jack cheese, and of course, our lovely garlic that we're always going to use. So we're going to get rolling, guys. I've already got everything kind of set up here. I've got my pan back here on the stove. We've got a pan, and then I got a cast iron, because it even shows a cast iron on the picture, guys. So we're going to use that cast iron because I got a lovely set of cast irons, so I'm going to use mine for this. So we're going to get rolling, and we're going to get started with preheating that oven to 425. Always check your oven, guys. Make sure nothing's in there. We don't want to burn anything in there. Sometimes your wife might leave something in there, or you may have left something in there that you might have cooked before. Who knows? Just always check. It's always a good thing. So we're going to get peeling on this garlic. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to get these bell peppers ready. As soon as I get this garlic, I just want to get it peeled quickly. Let's do it the smash way, like Ann Burrell taught us. If you've ever watched Food Network, I loved Food Network in my early 20s and stuff. I used to watch it all the time. Watch Iron Chef, watch Chopped. Chopped was one of my big ones, so definitely good series there to watch if you guys like that type of stuff like me. So we got this garlic peeled. I believe Ann was a coach on one of the competitions there, which they went against each other. I don't remember which one it was. But, all right, so we're going to split these in half down the middle, and then we're going to de-seed them and core them. So, again, keeping our fingers out of the way, just splitting it right down the middle. Getting in there with our hands. I got my trash can right here too, guys. It's going to be really nice, actually, this little setup that we got going, because the trash can is right here that I can just go right into. So it's awesome. My wife suggested this setup, and it works great. I did change up my camera a little bit, and so hopefully we don't have any overheating issues like I did with my phone. So we got a different camera, different setup. We're going full studio mode, guys. It's going to be awesome. So let's get in here and get going. Still peeling out and getting these bell peppers cored. So I've almost got the first one done, because all we're going to do is we're basically just going to toss them with some oil. I'm actually going to spray them with some olive oil, and then we're going to coat them with some salt and pepper, bake them in the oven for a little bit, and then we'll pull them out after that and stuff them up. I know there's some where you basically cut out the top of the bell pepper, and then you go ahead and get like your meat mixture, like cook up your meat and stuff, but then you go ahead and get all the seeds out of there. Then you go ahead and stuff it in there, put it in like a 9x9 pan, and you stick them in there and roast them that way and bake them up. And that's actually really good. I've had those before too, but this is different. This is still that plan that, like I said, that we didn't really like. It's the every plate one. So we're still using that one this week. Next week we go back to, so the next video we're going to go back to HelloFresh. We got the box coming tomorrow. They come on Mondays, and I film these on Sundays, guys. So it takes me all week to edit them, and then I release them to you guys on Friday. So I get plenty of time to edit, which is good for me. So here we go. We got these bell peppers all done up. They're halved right there, guys. They're in half. We got it perfectly done. And now we're going to just place them cut side down on a baking sheet, drizzle them with olive oil. Like I said, I'm going to spray them. So I'm going to grab my pan and my spray. And again, just going to spray the bottom of the pan. I'm actually going to put them face up first. Slide around in the pan a little bit there. We'll put them down here. And then I'm just going to coat them in a little bit of olive oil spray. I'm going to put some salt and pepper in there. So let's grab, I'm almost out of pepper too, guys. I actually need to get this refilled. I keep forgetting to do that. I really need a reminder. Hopefully my wife will remind me this week to go ahead and make sure I get that put in. And we get some of that peppercorn. And then I also get an order for my salt crystals from Utah. But I'm using their fine grain one that's already all ground up. But I like fresh ground. It's just a personal preference. You could go either way. You could buy this. And I think you could even get this at the store. I think they even start selling these at like Walmart now. So, again, spray the tops of these now. Just coating them evenly. A little bit more salt on there. Just getting them all salted up. And then we'll pop some fresh pepper on there. So these are all ready, but we're still waiting on that oven, guys. That oven is not quite ready. So we're just going to set this on the oven because it's still preheating over there. So we're going to get that up and going as soon as that oven is ready. So let's move these out of the way now. Now we're going to peel and finely chop the onion. So again, just cutting off the tip there. And then we cut it right in half. There we go, guys, just like that. And then we're going to peel it off here. So we're going to go ahead and get that. There we go. See, this is amazing, just having my trash can right here. Since this doesn't come with a bag, although with the HelloFresh, when we get it back next week, we will definitely have a bag to throw all our trash into like before. So that'll be good. We'll kind of get back to that. It's a little odd, filming yourself and doing all this, but I had talked about this a while with my wife and different things, kind of tossing around different ideas, and it always came back to cooking just because of my joy of cooking, that I really do enjoy this. And so we're going to dice up this onion, guys. But my joy of cooking is just great, and I love it. I wanted to share it with you all, and that's why I ended up deciding to go with it for the YouTube video channel, or for the YouTube channel. And then, yeah, it was coming up with the name and all that fun stuff. So I'm glad for those of you that have joined me and enjoy watching the videos. If you can, give it a like. That's always a great thing, as I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that says it every channel. I've been, a lot of those guys. Give it a like and a thumbs up and tick that bell and all that. Subscribe. I'm not going to pressure you. You enjoy what I do, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. But other than that, I'm not going to say much about it. I'm just going to continue to chop up this onion here. Ooh, it's a good onion. Getting a little teary-eyed. Haven't done that yet on the video. This is actually a really good onion. That's how you know it's a good onion, when it makes you really teary-eyed. So we'll get that all done up there. Okay, so the onion's done. Oh, you know what I forgot, guys? I forgot to grab my garlic press. I will have to grab that real quick. Right here in my drawer. So now I've got all the cloves of garlic. I've already got the outer casing off. So we're going to go ahead, because it says to finely chop the garlic. This is my way of finely chopping garlic. It's just an easy garlic press. That onion still affected me, guys. It was a good one. It was a good onion. So this is going to be good and flavorful. I like that. So let's get going in here. We've got all this garlic. Like I said, my wife and I love garlic. And there's the beep for the oven. So that is perfect timing here. We're just wrapping up with the garlic. So now I can get that going in there. Put this right here in my sink. I'm going to give my hands a perfect rinse. Before, you guys weren't able to see this because of the way we had the camera set up before. But now with it set up this way, I can actually show you guys rinsing my hands. That's actually kind of nifty. Okay, so we're going to get these bell peppers in the oven here. And let's see. For 18 to 22 minutes, we're going to go 18 minutes because you want a nice char on them. Nope, I accidentally hit the wrong button. There we go, timer. So I'm going to go with 20 minutes, and then I'm going to check them. And we're going to get pressing on this because I think we got about 10 minutes of cook time left to get the rest of this done. And then we got 8 to 10 minutes. So about 20 minutes of time. So that's actually perfect timing, guys. We're going to get that going. All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes here of cooking with on the skillet with the onion and the meat, getting that all cooked up together, and then we'll end up throwing the Israeli couscous in there along with the tomato sauce. And so we're gonna do a transition from where we are now over to the stove with this new setup. I'm hoping that we can get it up there and filming without an overheating issue. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try and do that again. So we'll see how it goes, guys. But I'll see you in just a minute as we transition over to the stove. We'll see you then. All right, guys, we've got that transition. We're over here. We're set up. You can see that I've got the page here set up. Let the camera focus in on it. We've got it going. The pan is right here behind me. I'm going to show you guys how I cook this up firsthand right here in the pan. I thought this would be a cool little thing if we can get it to work. So we're going to get going. It just needs a drizzle of oil in our pan here. So we're going to put a nice drizzle of oil. We're going to turn our burner on. And it's a cast iron, guys, so it's going to take a minute to heat up, but then it'll distribute that heat evenly and beautifully. And then once it does that, we'll get the onion started in it, and we'll cook that down about 4 to 5 minutes for it to soften up. And we got about 14 minutes left on the timer for the bell peppers that are going. So I'm hoping we'll get this cooked up in a decent amount of time. I know it's hard to see over here with the way the lighting's set up, but we'll get it going. I'm wanting to mainly focus on here, so that's what we're going to focus on. All right, guys, we got the pan heated up here. It's getting warm. I can feel it in there. It's just going to take it a minute longer. We're going to check that oil. That oil runs easily and fast. That's how you know it's getting loose. That means the heat's getting in there and loosening up the molecules in it, making it allow it to run a little bit faster. When oil gets colder, that's why it kind of solidifies some, if you notice, with like bacon grease and stuff like that. Another type of oil-based thing that, renders the fat out. It's just when it gets cold, it just doesn't have as much viscosity, I believe is what it is, to move around. And so we're just checking it. It's getting plenty warm in there. So we're going to go ahead and scrape off the onion in here. Yeah, we got a little bit of a pan sizzle going, so that's good. That means that oil was hot. So that's awesome. Grab my bamboo spatula over here. This is what I like to cook with. So we'll get this cooked up. We'll get this rendered down nice and soft. We're just going to heat it up in here. We're going to season it with some salt and pepper. Let me break up some of these larger pieces in here. This isn't no professional kitchen. This isn't, my mise en place isn't as good as it should be. Like I said, if you know Ann Burrell, she's all about her mise en place, and I didn't do a very good job with this onion. So we're going to make sure we break up those bigger pieces. Now that we've got it going, it's in there. Let's go ahead and get that seasoned up with some salt and pepper. So let's get our salt in there. We're going pretty good. Let's get our fresh cracked pepper. Almost out of it. I think I might have more in the cabinet, but we'll see. Might have to add that to the grocery. Definitely going to have to add that to the grocery list this week. We can check the cabinet, see if we got any more peppercorns. I believe I'm out, guys. Yep, so definitely need to add that to the grocery list this week. I'll have to remind myself as my wife goes and gets the groceries She's wonderful and does all that, gets that all arranged, and goes and picks it up. Love my wife for doing that, because her work usually doesn't start till later. So while I'm working during the day in my regular job, she goes ahead and handles that. And, like most couples nowadays, we share the duties around the house. I do the dishes, clean up a little bit of most of the kitchen. She wipes down some of the countertops and the stoves when she can, but she gets around, vacuums and cleans. We both appreciate each other very much doing it, both lifting our part and helping out around the house. Oh, we got a little bit of onion skin in there. Let's see if we can get that out. That sneaked in there. I don't know how that got in there. But, oh, we got it isolated. Let's get it out of there. Come on, onion skin. There we go. Got it. Go throw that over in the sink over there. There we go. So, yeah, this onion is getting nice and soft now. Once this gets done, then we can add the sausage and garlic to it. You're just looking for that kind of light yellow look to it, depending on it's a yellow onion, so it's already a little bit yellow, but you'll see it kind of also turns a little bit translucent as it gets softer. And then you can just test a couple of pieces by pushing on them as well. So we're just softening them up. It's still needs a little bit more. I like to keep them moving, but a cast iron, I love cooking with a cast iron. Cast iron's great. They really are truly non-stick if you've got them seasoned properly. You can fry up an egg and it'll do wonders in a cast iron pan. A lot of people are afraid of them. I don't know why, but they are. Let's go ahead and get that all spread out. I think that's good enough. It's going to cook up a little bit more too while we're cooking. So let's go ahead. These handles on cast irons as well can get a little hot. They do make a sleeve that can go over them. Lodge does, one of the big cast iron makers, and that's what I like to use is Lodge. They got really good seasoned pans already. So we'll get our meat cut open here. We got our meat cut open, guys. We're going to throw that meat in there. I'm going to wash my hands real quick with some soap since I touched the raw pork. And then let's add this garlic in here, guys. So now we got that garlic in there. And then now I'm going to spread it out with that meat. And then I'm just going to start breaking the meat up. You can hear that pan sizzle. Oh, that's a beautiful sound. And see, our onion even started to brown up a little bit. That was perfect timing. See, I knew it. I knew I was right. Just get it in there. Try and get that onion moving so it doesn't brown up too much more. And even turn the heat down just a little bit. Like I said, this cast iron is going to carry the heat really well. But it also wanted an oven-proof pan, which my other pans, they are oven-proof. I just really like cooking with cast iron, and I saw the picture, and I was like, ooh, I'll go ahead and switch out to my cast iron pan. But I know I need to get some new pans anyways as well. Eventually. My wife and I have had those ones for a couple years, so I'd really like to get me a set of the Hexclad. Those are really nice. Those are down the road. As we continue to do this YouTube thing, hopefully it takes off a little bit, People share the video, they like it, get their friends talking about it, And any constructive criticism, guys, like my mom's texting me saying stuff, and I love her for it. I'm open to hearing anything. So if you guys ever have anything you want to say, just leave a comment below, and I'll definitely take a look at it and make sure that I do anything I need to. If you guys want to see anything, maybe that you want to cook up or something, let me know. Or you need the ingredients again, I'll gladly share the recipe for this if you need it so you can cook it up at home. So getting this going still. Oh yeah, that's looking beautiful. So once this is cooked through, we add the tomato paste and couscous, and we stir the coat, and then we're going to add 2 cups of water. But all right, as we continue to cook and render this down, I'm going to go prepare that 2 cups of water real quick, and then I'll be right back, guys. And we're back from getting that water, guys. I put it right there. So we're going to get the tomato paste opened up here. It's got a tear tab on it, just like all the other stuff, like I've said before. So we're going to tear that open. We're going to get that going in here. Try and massage as much out of it as you can. Get all you can out of there. Okay. Let's see about this. See if we can find a tear tab on the couscous. I cannot, so let's see if I can just pop it open. And I can't either, so take a knife really easily, like so. Toss the couscous in. So we add the tomato paste and the couscous, and then we stir to coat. So let's get that tomato paste all stirred up on there. It says to coat it all. So let's get it stirred up. There we go. That's looking beautiful, guys. That's looking absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, man, that's looking delicious. That's all beautifully cooked up in there. And then we'll scrape off our spatula. We'll add in our 2 cups of water and a big pinch of salt and pepper. Oh, there we go. So there's that 2 cups of water. We're going to open up, because it wants a big pinch of salt, so we're going to open up the salt. We'll put in plenty in there. Like I said, a big pinch. There we go. And then we'll use what peppercorns we got left, if we can. Let's see what it'll crack up in here. I think that's almost all of it. Definitely time to go to the grocery store, guys. Look at there. There ain't nothing left. All right. Let's get this stirred up in here. And then it says we bring it to a boil and cook stirring until tender and mixture is thickened 8 to 10 minutes. So once this comes to a boil, I'll start that timer. But no reason to sit here and bore you guys with that. So I'll catch you guys back here when this is done and ready. All right, guys, we got this to a boil. As you can see, I got my oven mitt on. The timer just went off for the bell peppers, so we're going to pull those out and take a look at them. So let's pull those out. Oh my goodness, guys, look at those. Those are just beautiful. Nice and lightly browned. So we're going to set that over here. And we're going to let that cool off while this cooks up. And again, I'll be back in about 8 minutes to start stuffing these bell peppers. Let's see how that goes, guys. All right, guys, as you can see, this is finally starting to thicken up, and I let it go for the 8 minutes. It's still not quite thick enough how thick I want it to be. So I'm going to add 2 minutes and let it continue cooking, and we'll see from there. Like I said, it's 8 to 10 minutes, and we'll see, but it's supposed to be nice and thick. You want to be stirring it often during this whole time. As you can see, it's starting to get thick. You can see the pan from when I'm pushing it over. I wasn't able to see that before. So we're going to let this continue to cook for another couple minutes, and then we'll check it again, and we'll see. We'll probably go ahead and meet you back over at the other location at my island to get these all, stuffed, and then back in the pan to go into the oven. I'll show you guys that process over there. So we'll get that going in just a second. Once this gets thickened up, it's thickening up as we're talking, so just a little bit longer. I got another minute on the timer, So I'll see you guys back over at the island, and this will be nice and thick. So just if you're cooking this yourself, you just want to make sure that you cook off a bunch of this liquid. It should be nice and thick, almost no liquid. And if it does tend to draw or to thicken a little bit quicker than is needed for this couscous to be tender, then you're going to just add a little bit of water. But if you add the full 2 cups, you should be fine, from what I'm telling. So just like I said, just keep stirring. But I'll see you guys over at the island when we put these bell peppers in here and get them stuffed and then covered with the cheese and into the oven. We're back, guys. We've got it over here on the island like I was telling you. So you can see that this is nice and thick now. We've got it cooked up beautifully. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these bell peppers. They've been cooling for a little bit. We're going to flip them over. We're going to get them stuffed with some of this mixture here. So you're just going to fill it in like that. About a spoonful looks like what it's going to take. We'll probably put a little bit more in there in a minute. But let's try and fill that up. There we go. See that one? If you lift it up, it got a little bit underneath there. So there we go. Stuff that one pretty good. Let's go ahead and get this one all nice. Yeah, there we go. Lift that up. Put a little bit more of the mixture in there. Okay, we're going to go in there just like that. We're going to lift this side up just a little bit. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of smooth this out because it says to leave the rest of it here in the pan. So I'm just going to kind of even it out because then we're going to transfer these back into here and we're going to cover them with the mozzarella. So we're going to take these, move them into the pan and put the mozzarella on them, and then they'll cook up for a minute or two. So we're going to wash our hands up. Let me grab a spatula back here. So then that way we can get it perfectly lifted up without spilling anything. Throw it down in there just like so. There we go, guys. Perfectly in there. We'll go ahead and get this pan out of here. That wasn't very hot, so let's move that. Rinse my hands again. Dry them off real quick. We're going to get the cheese. This is Monterey Jack cheese. Find our tear spot. Oh, there it is. Found it. Now we're just going to spread the cheese right over this here. Just want to spread it all over, mainly on your stuffed bell peppers, so that way they're nice and covered. And then when you dish it up, you're just going to kind of dish it up with both of them in there. So we're going to put our trash right there in our trash can, and then I'm going to grab my gloves because this cast iron is hot, and we're going to throw it in the oven that is still preheated at that 425 temperature that we had. So we're only going to throw it in there for like 4 minutes, and then you check it. Make sure you check it often, guys, that it doesn't brown up too bad. But look at that. It's beautiful in there. So let's go ahead and get this in the oven. Set a 4-minute timer because it tells us to do it for 4 to 5 minutes. So we're going to go 4 minutes. And after that 4 minutes, I'll bring it out of the oven and show you guys, and we'll plate it up, give it a taste, and see how it is. All right, guys, we're back. We left it in the oven. I did switch it to a broil. That way it turned on my top burner so it could brown this cheese a little bit. And that's exactly what it did because it wasn't really browning the cheese enough in my opinion, guys. So look at that. That is beautiful right there. That's browned it up nicely a little bit. So now let's go ahead and get that served up and give it a taste. Careful, your cast iron pan will be extremely hot, guys. Do not touch your pan. I just can't reiterate that enough. So we're going to get 2 of these on each plate here. And then we'll get a spoon, since I went ahead and put the other one in the sink. And we'll dish up the rest of this here. Again, your pan is extremely hot. Be careful. And do not burn yourself, guys. It is going to be very easy to do that. So we're just going to take a little bit, move a little bit closer to our pan here. We're just going to put it around these bell peppers. You don't want to mess up that nice cheese on there. You want to plate it up nicely if you can. I know I've already kind of messed up my plating a little bit. I probably should have done one bell pepper at a time. Now I'm throwing couscous all over the table. I'll clean that up, and my wife will get on to me for that. I want to make sure we get it all cleaned up, guys. I love my wife. She's great. And she helps me keep the house clean, so that's always a bonus, guys. Find you a woman that can clean, cook, and help you out around the house, but you lift your part too, guys. You guys got to help out as well. And have a happy marriage, guys. I promise you that. All right, there we go. We got that dished up. All dished up now. I'm going to go ahead and move this cast iron back to the stove to cool off. And then I'm going to grab a paper towel right back here and scooch this plate forward a little bit. And we're going to get this couscous and sauce right off the countertop like that. If you want, guys, like they do on the shows, you can even wipe it up with a paper towel a little bit, make it clean up your plate. Not too fussed about it. So we'll put that in there like that. Man, guys, that is delicious. Look at that. Let's give it a whirl because this looks amazing. I'm going to try it right here with you guys. This is a first for this. It's going to be nice and hot. I'm going to try not to burn my mouth out by doing this. My wife tried to teach me the proper way to eat because she's from South Africa and they get taught proper there. I'm an old country boy. It's hard for me to learn proper manners sometimes. Nice and hot. Bon appetit, guys. Man, guys, that is absolutely amazing. Really good. Well, guys, I appreciate you tuning in and watching this episode of me cooking some pork sausage stuffed bell peppers with couscous. And I'm going to go enjoy dinner with my wife now. So until next time, we'll see you here on Johnny Cooks.